Welcome to the Volkswagen Post-Game Report. Here now, Bob Costas.
So the Seahawks, in convincing fashion, win it 36-16. Michelle Tafoya's interview with some of the game's stars coming up. Let's take a look at the Sunday night football bus, even though this is technically a Thursday night, quickly turning into a Friday morning in some parts of the country. Carrie Underwood surrounded by some of the game's greats. And Russell Wilson will be added. Game balls tonight to Russell Wilson, Percy Harvin, and Bobby Wagner, and the three of them are with Michelle.
Bob, thank you. Bob Wagner, Green Bay has a lot of offensive weapons. How did you keep them in front of you all night?
I think we just, read the defense. We read their offense pretty well. We knew what they were going to come out and try to run a game with Eddie Lacy. But, once we made them one-dimensional, we thought we were good.
What was it like to come out on this field on opening night as defending Super Bowl champs in front of this crowd? How was that moment?
It was great. The crowd came in. They had us hyped up. And we just had fun out there. We ran around, hit, and that's why we always win.
Well, you certainly stopped Green Bay. Let's turn now to the two offensive guys, and let's start with Russell Wilson. The offense just picked up right where it left off. You're 1-0 in your bid to repeat as champions. What went so right tonight?
Well, we played physical, and we made some big plays. This guy right here had a great night. All the other receivers, Ricardo Lockett scoring that touchdown, and Derek Coleman at the end, and obviously Marshawn Lynch and Robert Turbin. They ran the ball so physically, and that's what we need. And we could have played a little bit better in that third quarter, I think. But other than that, we played really well.
Again, the moment, walking out onto this field in front of this crowd on opening night of the NFL season as Super Bowl champions. What was it like?
It's surreal. It's a blessing just to be out in this field anytime. And just to get another opportunity. It's a new year, and we're looking forward to one game at a time and having that same mentality we had last year, that championship mindset, and just trying to go 1-0.
And it's a new year with a healthy Percy Harvin. What does a healthy Percy Harvin mean for this offense?
Oh, man, Lord have mercy, we got Percy. That's what I always say. And he's a great player. He plays so hard. It's a special teams game, and he helps push the other receivers. The other receivers push him. They have a great relationship, so it's really good for us.
Russell, congratulations.
Thank you so much. Go Hawks.
Let's turn to Percy. You guys made it look easy out there. What was so in sync tonight?
We just tried to stay on schedule. We know this thing starts with the running game. We got off to a good start, beast mode. From there, we converted on third down at a fairly good rate. We played physical, and we took care of business.
People are talking about the Seahawks being even better this year than they were last year when they won a Super Bowl. What do you think the potential of this team is?
Well, we got a few more weapons on offense. A lot of the guys are just more experienced. The defenders, Cam Chancellor, Earl, that's just another year they got of experience. So we just went to work, man, and we was based on our fundamentals all offseason, and it turned out great.
Congratulations, Percy.
Thank you.
Bob?
All right, Michelle, thanks to you, and congratulations to Wilson, Harvin, and Wagner. You may say to yourself, well, where was Marshawn Lynch? And I may say to myself, where's my camera? I guess it's this one. Okay, hi, folks. How are you? Tony and Rodney are here. Dan Patrick, Mike Florio already caught red eyes back to the East Coast to host their shows on NBCSN tomorrow. Now, where was I was going to say Marshawn Lynch is another guy we should acknowledge. Carried it 20 times for 110 yards and 2 touchdowns. But Marshawn, for all his talent, is not the most media-friendly guy in the NFL. So when you get an interview with him, it's kind of stop the presses stuff. But he played a heck of a game tonight, as did almost the entire Seattle team. What do you take away from this game?
Well, I tried to tell Coach in the pregame show that this team is heading back to the Super Bowl. This team is the best team in the National Football League, and the scary part about it, Coach, is they're only getting better. You talked about Russell Wilson and him. I think people need to consider him an elite quarterback, and even in an interview, he's talking about getting better. But Percy Harvin, what a difference he makes on this team.
No, I agree with you. They are a better football team than last year. Harvin brings an element they didn't have. Russell Wilson is better. Their defense, I love the way they play. They're fast and physical. But I know Pete Carroll is going to go in that locker room and say it's only one game. We got to keep going, just like Russell Wilson said in the interview. We won after we won our Super Bowl in Indy. We beat a good New Orleans team and Drew Brees 41-10 on opening night, and we didn't repeat. So it's not easy.
But you talk about complacency, and I don't think this team is a very complacent team. I watch this team just like you watch. They come out, they play hard, they play tough, and just for the life of me, I believe that this team is the best team in football. And if I had to pick one weakness, Bob, I would say probably the biggest weakness of this team is they don't have a punt returner.
Yeah. Maybe it should just be a fair catch or let it roll situation, because they're not going to mess anything else up, it looks like.
Well, they're a good football team. They're going to be awfully tough to beat at home, but it's a long year.
All right, so you're still sticking by your prediction that
I don't think they're going to
repeat is.
But they are better than last year. I'll give Rodney that.
All right, Tony, Rodney, you can continue the discussion later and throughout the season. Seahawks 36, Packers 16. Al and Chris will wrap things up after this.
All right, guys, the usual. Double wings, extra ranch.
We need to do something different. Callahan's? I mean, get away. Like, away. Road trip?
Double wings, extra ranch.
Feels good to mix it up. The all-new, fuel-efficient Volkswagen Golf TDI Clean Diesel. Up to 594 miles of adventure in every tank.
My parents are gonna love you. Hope you like smoked Gouda chicken.
Gouda? You never said this was a dinner. Gouda? Wendy's.
Oh, no.
Milady.
These are my flowers.
Gouda. Hold up. I can't stop saying words.
Try Wendy's new smoked Gouda chicken. Tender chicken with smoked Gouda, Dijon aioli, and caramelized onion sauce on a soft brioche bun.
Now that's better.
Now kids meals just $1.99 after 4.
Wait, are you running full Adobe Photoshop on a tablet?
Yep, but it's not just a tablet, it's really a laptop. It's a Surface Pro 3 with a touchscreen.
Well, it can't be as fast as my Mac.
Sure it can, and it is.
But you probably can't plug anything into it.
I have a USB, mini DisplayPort, plug away. And this is my favorite, it's the kickstand.
So you're saying it does more than my Mac?
Well, technically, you said it.
Huh. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Everybody knows that.
Well, did you know that former pro football player Ickey Woods will celebrate almost anything?
Number 44.
Woo! 44, that's me!
Get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts, get some cold cuts.
Woo! Give me some!
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
44, ladies, that's me! Woo! Gonna get some cold cuts today.
Welcome back to the Volkswagen Post-Game Report. Here now, Al Michaels and Chris Collinsworth.
So game one is in the books, and on we go now to Denver. Last year we had Denver, Indianapolis on a Sunday night. Andrew Luck had a big night, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. They won in Peyton's homecoming. Breaking news, Andrew Luck's pretty good.
Andrew Luck is really good. And, you know, anytime you get a chance to see sort of the new and the older, I'm not going to call him old because he's the MVP of the league, but Andrew Luck is a guy that if you sort of project, a guy like Russell Wilson, who are the next great ones going to be? Certainly Andrew Luck with it. He's so big and he's strong, and people can't get him on the ground. A little like Ben Roethlisberger, but he's faster than Ben is.
What about Denver's off-season moves? What do you make of those?
Well, you've got to like it. I mean, to get a DeMarcus Ware, to get an Aqib Talib, just get Von Miller back in the lineup again has got to make you feel awfully good about things. So this is a team that defensively, I think they're going to be stronger. The loss of Wes Welker for a little while. But anytime you got Peyton Manning out there, you know you're going to put some points on the board as long as you're not playing Seattle.
Flight's leaving in a half hour. You're in a 38B.
Let's go.
Denver, Sunday night. It'll be the Broncos and the Colts. Tonight show starring Jimmy Fallon, next except on the West Coast. And until Sunday night, Al Michaels for Chris Collinsworth and Michelle Tafoya. And our whole gang, headed by Fred Gaudelli and Drew Esikoff, saying good night from the home of the Super Bowl champion Seahawks, who win tonight 36-16.